Guys like having something to chase.
If he's not obsessed with you, what is he obsessed with?
You know what dating has taught me? No matter how great of a woman you are, you will never be enough for a guy who isn't mature enough to be a man.
Anytime you start to miss her and want to text her, remember, there is a guy in her phone who doesn't have to message first.
And genuinely wondering why no boys want me. Like, I think him pretty. Or at least I thought I was.
Guys like having something to chase.
No, they do not, especially good men, because they would rather keep their peace than to feel like they're on this constant treadmill of having to prove what they could be or do for that woman. And all the while having to convince her of this with receiving no to minimal effort in return.
Some men may pursue a woman, but chasing her. Now that's a whole different game, my friend.
Exactly, Samuel. The moment it feels like you're chasing, it's over. She's just not into you. A woman who's genuinely interested. She won't make you run in circles trying to win her over.
Right, Mark. If you find yourself jumping through hoops for her attention, you're just setting yourself up to feel undervalued. No woman worth your time is going to leave you hanging like that.
Chasing? That's for guys who don't get it. The effort should be mutual, not one-sided. If you're the only one showing up to the game, then you're playing it wrong.
And what do we say to guys stuck in the chasing zone?
Cut your losses, man. She's not interested. Save your energy for someone who actually values your time.
Ladies, when he stops texting you, calling you, or pursuing you, he's made a decision for himself that has nothing to do with you. Make no attempts to change it. Give him the freedom to choose him, and you choose you, respectfully.
I will never understand the girls who are like, oh, I like him more because he doesn't want me, or when he's not into me, then I'm into him. Girl, no. That's not you. That's just your attachment style. Like, I'm sorry, but if a man is not absolutely obsessed with me, willing to die for me, and will do anything to win me over, I don't want him. Like, point blank, you're boring to me. Because I know there's somebody else that will. So, just remember that if a man is not absolutely obsessed with you, willing to travel the world to see you, to make things right, to win you over, to do literally anything just to be with you, then he's not your man. And if you find yourself not being attracted to that behavior, then fix your attachment style, because it's your attachment style that likes the chase, not actually what you really want deep down inside. So just remember that.
Those girls you're referring to, madam, have some deep-rooted daddy issues. I mean, they're broken, always chasing validation in all the wrong places.
Right? But you! Oh, you're on a whole different level of delusion. You really think a man should be so obsessed with you, he'd be willing to die for you.
Exactly. The entitlement is unreal. It's like she's living in this fantasy world where she's so special, the universe knows a man's entire existence should revolve around her. Meanwhile, she's giving absolutely nothing in return.
Twisted reality, man. Who told these chicks that their mere presence deserves a guy sacrificing everything? That's not love. That's straight-up narcissism.
And ladies, newsflash, real men aren't falling for that delusional princess act. We're out here looking for balance, not drama.
Y'all, if your man is not literally obsessed with you, dump him.
Someone please tell me, what is the mental illness called for only liking boys who don't like you? Or what? If a man like me too much, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. But if a boy don't like me, I'll be like, that's my husband. That's my husband.
You need help.
Hi, I am Samuel.
Hi, I am Mark. Welcome to Protective Perspective.
If you're tired of the games, the lies, and the heartbreak,
you're in the right place.
Here, we don't just talk, we confront the brutal truth of modern relationships.
It's time to wake up, take charge, and reclaim your power.
Let's dive in.
I don't care what you say, spoiling a woman and making her feel like a queen, a princess, feeling like she's on a pedestal, that is a flex.
Exactly, man. That's the core issue right there. Guys are out here bending over backward, sacrificing their time, energy, resources, you name it, all to make these women feel special. And what happens?
Yeah, Mark, it's rarely appreciated in the long run. You pour everything into the relationship, emotions on the line, but it's like it's never enough.
It's not even just that they get bored. It's like they start taking you for granted. They assume your loyalty and love are guaranteed, like you're on autopilot no matter how little they give back.
And the kicker? The more a man gives, the less respect and appreciation he seems to get. It's twisted, man. It's like the more you invest, the less she values it.
Exactly, because by that point, she's already emotionally checked out. She's probably got her mind elsewhere searching for the next thrill, while you're left wondering why things fell apart.
That's why you can't go all in for someone who doesn't truly value you from the start. If she's not matching that energy, she's already looking for the exit.
And trust me, once she starts taking you for granted, that's your cue. Don't sit around waiting for her to realize what she lost. Respect yourself enough to walk away, because at that point, you're just pouring into an empty cup.
Oh, I was today years old when I found out that men are not supposed to chase after women. Proverbs 31. Don't chase after women and lose your strength. Women like that have destroyed kings.
One of the fastest ways that I block men and I test men.
Tell us, what brilliant strategy does one use?
Is I tell them I'm at the nail salon.
Okay, now I'm curious.
And if they ask me what color I'm getting, cool. If they don't say how much is it, or what's your Cash App, or what's your Zelle, so I can cover the cost, you're blocked. You're blocked.
Let me get this straight. One's going to block a guy because he's not offering to pay for one's nails. My goodness. If one's that broke, one shouldn't be getting one's nails done in the first place.
Because at that point, you're a taker.
Speaks the voice of experience.
And men like that, they love to say, okay, text me a picture of your nails when you get it done. Sorry, Bookie. You're already added to the block list by saying that.
I can almost see with perfect clarity a video that one is going to make in a few years.
You, as a man, are supposed to be a provider, meaning that you provide. Why are you asking me to send me a picture of the nails done? If I don't pay for it, how am I going to send you a picture? Block those men.
This video is obviously just a warm-up that a lot of women with this mentality are going to be making in a few years, asking, where are all the good men at?
Man, it's crazy, right? It's always about the man's money. Fake nails, fake hair, and in a few years, they'll be expecting men to buy them a house on the first date.
Yeah, Mark, because apparently that's the natural progression. Nails today, mortgage tomorrow. The entitlement is unreal, and the worst part, their actual contributions to the relationship stay at a solid zero. It's like they're just there to collect checks, not actually build anything meaningful.
Exactly. Men are seen as walking ATMs, only valued for what they can provide financially. Forget who you are as a person, your character, your loyalty, your effort. Nah, that's irrelevant. It's all about the money.
And the moment you can't keep up with these crazy demands, you're suddenly not good enough. Discarded like yesterday's news, just another casualty in this materialistic dating culture.
It's beyond sad, man. They label you broke if you're not out here dropping stacks for fake luxuries on someone who brings nothing to the table but a shopping list. Meanwhile, men who actually invest in themselves mentally, physically, financially are being treated like they don't measure up.
Become his little bitch. You make him the center of your universe. Now he thinks he's more high value than you are. He's higher on the genetic pool because a goddess like you is chasing him around saying, do you want dinner? I made you your favorite thing. Cut that out. You still need to be the goddess to earn his respect.
Men don't need women. Women need men. Men could survive without women. If all the women disappeared tomorrow, men would be fine outside of reproduction. If tomorrow they made artificial wombs, what would they need a woman for? Who's a better companion, men or women? So men built the world. All the hard jobs are done by men. If men disappeared tomorrow, society would collapse. Men built the world that we complain about.
Arguably, one of the driving forces for men doing what they do is women.
What I'm saying is men could survive without women. Because men can be alone, women can't. Women are social beings, and men don't. You don't see women going out to the woods and just roughing it. That's a man thing.
Mark, let's see what's in the comment box.
All right, Samuel, the first comment is men are completely content and happy when saying nothing and being alone.
The next one is, no matter who needs whom, both are needed to maintain humanity, but at some point humanity will also run out. What comes after that is more interesting.
I like guys that don't like me, and when they start liking me, I don't like them. And it's really sad. It's weird.
The only way to deal with a man that is not obsessed with you is to throw him out and get a new one that is. Because what are you doing? He's not obsessed with you. He's literally not worshiping the ground that you walk on. He's not in love with you. Ew! Why do I want anybody that is not any of those things with me? That is disgusting. I only want to date lover boys. That's all I do. I need you in love with me and obsessed with me in order for me to even like you or look at you. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like I see a lot of the girlies who are complaining about these losers. Like, they don't even like themselves. They don't even like themselves. How are they going to like you? Okay? Let's focus inwards. Let's start loving ourselves and being obsessed with ourselves. Now, the level of obsessed that I am with myself, like, I need a guy to exceed that. I need you to exceed that because I know I'm really it. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm really it. And he does too, and I love that for us.
You hit the nail on the head, man. Women who are constantly seeking obsession from their man, it's because they don't even have affection for themselves. It's like they're trying to fill a hole with someone else's attention, rather than figuring out how to love themselves first.
Yeah, they're basically chasing external validation because they're empty inside. No self-love, no self-worth, and it shows. They need that constant reassurance from their partner to feel valuable, to feel seen.
And that's the real issue. It's not just a little bit of insecurity, it's a full-on dependency. They want their man to obsess over them, because they believe if someone else loves them intensely enough, it'll somehow fix what's broken inside.
It's like trying to build a house on quicksand. No foundation, no stability. You can't build a healthy relationship on insecurity and obsession.
Exactly. If you can't find love and worth within yourself, no partner, no matter how devoted, can ever fill that void. And eventually that emotional dependency will push people away.
Avoided men if I was a girl, and this is written by a man, doesn't delete the app even during the talking stage, 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
I agree with that. From like a man doing that.
But you think women should keep options open?
I think women need to keep options open because we have limited time and a man will waste our time and a man has to earn exclusivity with you.
Wow.
And I don't say that in a sense that like you should sleep with multiple people, no. But
date multiple people.
Until somebody has earned the exclusivity with you.
Yeah.
Why would I just speak? And I don't use apps, but you know, whatever. It shouldn't. A man should not assume that he's the only person that a woman is talking to, because a woman should be open to being impressed by whoever impresses her.
Yeah.
What do you think? Remember when you were dating multiple people?
Yeah, that was amazing. Also, just like learning about boundaries, what I liked more, rather than because I used to like meet a guy, like him, date him.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up with the biggest on the planet. So I then taught myself to just keep options open, date around, and that was great because I found what I really loved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with that, but yeah, so men should only speak to one woman. But men are hunters. Men are chasing. Were they hunting everyone? Like, that doesn't even work.
Man, it's completely impossible for two women who vibrate at the same frequency to actually hold each other accountable. It's like watching a broken mirror reflect more broken mirrors.
Exactly, Mark. Instead of checking each other's bad opinions, they just amplify them. Echo chamber, full volume. I swear, sometimes I wonder if they even hear themselves talking.
Right, they're over here pushing some wild double-standard narrative, and it's like, are they even processing their own contradictions? It's almost impressive how out of touch they are.
Oh, it's beyond impressive, it's Olympic-level mental gymnastics. They seriously believe a man should be 100% loyal, fully committed, and only speaking to one woman while they're out here talking to 5 different guys, juggling dates like it's a damn circus. Meanwhile, they're just wasting men's time like it's no big deal.
The hypocrisy is mind-blowing. Like, how do you demand loyalty, exclusivity, and the whole romantic package while you're handing out breadcrumbs and keeping your options wide open? They act like it's a one-way street, and they're the only ones who matter. Disgusting.
It's honestly hilarious. They want that fairy tale commitment while they keep playing the field. It's no wonder these dudes are walking away. The double standard is so thick, you could cut it with a knife, man.
Women break up with guys that are genuinely good guys with a lot to offer that take care of them in relationships. You ever seen those interviews where they ask somebody, why did you break up with him? Why did you lose interest? And you always hear the same answer. I don't know. I just didn't see a future. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling this. What this is code word for is I was no longer emotionally attracted to him, which means I'm no longer physically attracted to him, and I don't respect him anymore, and I no longer want to be intimate with him because I'm not those other things. We need to understand as men is I didn't see a future with him means I'm no longer emotionally attracted to you, and I don't see a future with you because I'm bored of you. You're too predictable. You're not motivated, and I don't like the way I feel around you. So although there's no logical reason behind this, this is the logical reason why.
You ever notice how some women leave the good guys and run straight back into the arms of chaos? It's like they're allergic to stability.
Oh, absolutely. It's because they're so used to dysfunction from their past relationships that when they finally meet someone stable, it's like they don't know what to do with it. They crave chaos like it's a drug.
Right. Peace and consistency? Nope, that's boring to them. It doesn't match the drama they're addicted to, so instead of embracing a good thing, they sabotage it. It's wild.
And then they convince themselves it's the good guy who's the problem. Oh, he's too predictable, too nice. Meanwhile, they're confusing chaos with passion like it's some kind of twisted romance.
Exactly. It's not that there aren't good men, it's that they don't know how to handle a good thing when it's right in front of them. They'd rather chase chaos until they're burnt out.
On my way to a first date, we matched on Hinge. I know nothing besides he's good looking and Christian. This is what I'm wearing. And I'm very excited. I'm actually not nervous. I feel like I used to think first dates were so scary, but then I realized that I'm confident in who I am, and it's really just getting to know someone and deciding if you want to be around them again. So there's no nerves. I'm really hungry.
That did not go well. Very nice guy. Very sweet, very handsome, very attractive, very successful. But I feel like I was just like talked at for the last 2 hours. The dinner was great, but I was just like talked at. Okay, not compatible. On to the next.
So let me get this straight. This woman thinks the guy is great, handsome, sweet, and attractive, but no second date because he, wait for it, talked at her?
Right, it's like, hello, first date alert. Did she ever consider that maybe he was just a little nervous? Maybe he was trying to impress her and didn't realize he was coming on too strong.
Exactly, Mark. But no, instead of communicating that, she just ghosts him. I mean, did she really expect him to be perfect right out of the gate? Newsflash, it's called a first date, not a TED Talk.
And let's be real here. What does talked it even mean? Is she saying he didn't let her monopolize the conversation? Like, does she want him to just sit there and let her run the show?
Pretty much. It's like some women think they deserve a personal spotlight right from the start. Oh, let me tell you all about my life, but don't you dare share too much about yours.
It's so true. They want the guy to open up but can't handle it when he actually does. If she's not feeling it, at least have the guts to communicate, right? But nah.
If you have a good man in your life, please hold on to him. And if I say a good man, I don't mean a man who is perfect, but a man who tries. He is hardworking. He will go above and beyond to make you happy. Yes, he will mess up here and there. But if he is trying to be a better man for you, love that man. Keep that man. Celebrate that man. Because that man is hard to find.
It's a threat. In a passive-aggressive way, he is baiting you into pursuing him, into taking the lead. You might think, oh, it's not a problem, I'll just pursue him instead. Yet it is a problem, because if you will actually fall for it and will take the lead, he will never develop strong feelings for you, as you will be behaving masculine and he will end up taking feminine female position. So what do? Well, you can think to yourself that feminine men are not your type and to stop entertaining him in general, or keep dating him while still staying in your feminine without chasing him. And what, will he actually chase you or not?
You know, Mark, what really grinds my gears? These dating coaches who act like they've cracked the code on men. Seriously, before dishing out advice, shouldn't they take a moment to actually understand us?
Right, Samuel? It's like they think men are these complex puzzles that require a PhD to decipher. Newsflash, we're really not that complicated.
Exactly. If a woman genuinely shows she's different, being respectful, supportive, and authentic, men will naturally reciprocate with love and affection. It's not rocket science.
But instead, what do these coaches do? They push women into all these manipulative tactics and unrealistic expectations. Like, hello, that's not how you build a real connection.
And the irony? Men just want to feel appreciated and valued. When they see a woman who's not playing games, they're ready to invest emotionally. It's all about genuine care and loyalty.
As a real deal lover girl, you gotta realize there's no love out here for us anymore. These men don't even want love. I promise you, they don't even want love anymore. Whoever said men don't let each They were lying. They were just trying to get us off track, trying to distract us, trying to make us feel good. Because let me tell you something. If you didn't already know, I'm going to tell you. They love them. Yeah. They actually love them. So, ain't no love out here for us lover girls. If you're a lover girl, just stay put up. Stay out the way. Pour the love into yourself. Because these men don't want it.
Now, you really think all men are just lounging around waiting for their dream girl to drop from the sky? Some of them are genuinely out there searching for a meaningful connection.
Right, but it's like a game of dodgeball and they just keep running into the bad ones. It's not that they don't exist, they're just stuck in a cycle of disappointment.
Exactly. These guys are out there with the best intentions, only to find women who are emotionally unavailable or playing games like it's some kind of reality show. Talk about frustrating.
And let's not forget the ones who aren't ready for a real relationship. It's like they think dating is a spectator sport. I'll just keep my options open while you invest your heart.
It's a vicious cycle. But honestly, I think these guys need to focus on improving their own lives first. Dating isn't the same anymore, and they need to level up.